Elephant Man Podcast Network, grown man conversation dealing with elephants in the room. It's your man, Moray DB. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can know when new material. Elephant Man _ G / Elio Hebrew sign in the top or the bottom right corner to subscribe. We ask you to subscribe. This is a pop-up live. We're 3 days in, y'all. 3 days in. Praise the Most High, y'all. I'm using a new mic. We're going to see how this works out. Hopefully it ain't too loud or distorted. If it is, let me know. Blessings to those who are coming in. Blessings to those who are going to listen to this on the replay. And blessings to everyone, man. Blessings. All praise be to the Most High, y'all. All praise be. Ninja Fire or Shalom, brother. Blessings to you. Shalom. Blessings to you. It's a pop-up live. I didn't think I was going to do it, but it was in my spirit. I was like, man, I got to do this live. You know, we got a lot going on. We got wars. We got rumors of wars. We got things going on with Jakes. We got things going on this, that, and the other, but that's not why I'm here. I'm opening up with some prayer, man, and we gonna trust and believe the Most High Yah. I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited about the things that he's doing. You know what I mean? Sometimes when it's smooth sailing, then he can't get the glory out of it. You feel me? Sometimes it's got to be just messed up. It got to be the show. It got to be just. It can't be smooth sailing for him to get the glory out of it. Because we could take credit. Because we could take credit, or we can give partial credit to the comfort. You get what I'm saying? It's those rocky places. It's those places that's just sometimes considered dead places. That when he comes in and show up, he end up getting the glory, right? But I want to just remind everybody to be encouraged, especially those who are in Yahusha. I'm a Shiach. Praise. Blessings to you. Blessings to you love Yah. Salama Yasharah. Blessings. Malaka, blessings. Salama. Good afternoon. This is a pop-up live. I had stuff going on Sunday, but I'm like, I'm going to do this pop-up live. I'm going to do another one. Blessings to everybody. Man, it was just such a blessing what I had got. And I was just thinking about, I'm gonna read this real quick. I'm gonna read this real quick. Don't get off here. Make sure you share it for others. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Because remember, if I'm not friends with your friends, if you share it on your page, then they'll be able to see it. All right. Blessings. Abba Yah, in the name of Yahushua, we thank you for your grace and mercy. You said, if I be lifted up, I'll draw men unto me. We lift you up, we honor you, we adore you, we worship you. There's none like you in the heavens or the earth. We just thank you. In Yahushua HaMashiach's name, we pray, amen. And so I got something different later on when I talk about the spirit of lawlessness that's rampant in the earth, but I'm not going there today. But the main point with that is if we reject the law, we embrace the spirit of lawlessness, then we can't discern when the lawless one comes, right? The Antichrist. We won't be able to discern, right? We'll be in too deep of all of this. It's a difference between grace and do what thy will. Grace for Aleister Crowley. It's a difference, right? We all need grace. We are saved by grace through faith in Yahushua HaMashiach for those who believe. But there's also a lawless part, the do what thy will part. But I'm not going into that right today, because today I'm going to share with you guys Luke 5. It was in my spirit, man. It's just like, man, my neck is hot. I'm just excited. I was pacing the floor. I was praying. And I was just like, man, I got to go live real quick to share with the brothers and sisters. All right, so Luke 5 is talking about when Yahushua came and he was preaching. He preached the gospel. And Kepha, Peter, he was fishing. But I'm going to read the story, the text first. Luke 5. And it came to pass, as the people pressed upon him to hear the word of Yah, he stood by the lake Gennesareth, and saw 2 ships standing by the lake. But the fishermen were gone out of them and were washing their nets. So this is basically like, yo, we went out, we went fishing, we were washing our nets, we done fishing for the day. Ain't no more fishing going on, right? Verse 3. And he entered into one of the ships, which was Simon's, Cephas, and prayed him that he would thrust out a little from the land. And he sat down and taught the people out of the ship. Now, this ship that Kiefer had, they done fishing, they on the land, and he said, "Yo, thrust out so we can talk to the people." Right now, when he had left speaking, he said unto Simon, "Launch out into the deep and let down your nets for a draught." And he said, "Nets" with an S, right? Nets. Uh, blessings to you, Miss Harrison. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. Shalom. Shalom. Blessings to you. So he said nets. Now, Kiefer is a professional fisherman, right? This is what he do, right? We got expertise. We all got something that we're good at, right? We've put a lot of hours in, or we got compassion doing, whether it's growing food, whether it's drawing, whether it's playing the instrument, whether whatever we do, if we've been in a job long enough, we kind of get some expertise in it, right? So basically he said, launch out to the deep and let down your nets. But they just said that they came in from launching their nets, right? And Simon answered and said unto him, "Master, we have toiled all night. One, I'm a professional. This is what I do. This is what I do. I've toiled all night. I've done this whole thing the whole night, right? We ain't catch nothing and have taken nothing. Nevertheless, at thy word, I will let down my net." Now, a lot of times we see this right here, and it says net instead of nets, right? Because he really didn't believe, you know what I mean? But he trying to be obedient to the Most High. He trying to be obedient to Yahusha. And he like, man, I do this and I've done this. And sometimes we come up short. We don't have no fish to catch. But I will let down the net. And I think when he said that net, he was going to let down that net to show Yahusha, see, we do this and we done this already, and there's nothing out here. There's nothing in the lake. There's nothing biting. There's nothing biting. So I let down one net, I believe, to show you what's going on. And when they had done this, it enclosed a great multitude of fishes, and their net brake. So many fish was in this net that this net was breaking, y'all. This net was breaking because he was supposed to launch both nets, right? If he had launched both nets, it wouldn't have broke, but he launched one net and it was breaking. Verse 7, and they beckoned their partners, which were in the other ship, that they should come and help them. And they came and filled both ships so that they began to sink. So many fish that they began to sink. But then guess what? He said, I'm beckoning everybody around you. I'm beckoning everybody around you. Everybody around you to help, right? It's not it ain't no single person. It ain't no single ministry. It's like, look, it's abundant. Abba Yahuwah is all about abundance, right? He's more than enough. He said he would what? Do exceedingly abundantly more than you can ask or think, right? So he lost one net to show Yahusha, man, it ain't nothing out here. Man, this is what I do. I'm an expert. I'm an expert in this field, right? You can be weary and well doing. I'm telling you guys today, be not weary and well doing. Continue to do the thing consistently and persistently. Consistently and persistently do the things of the Most High Yah. Consistently and persist. Somebody put that in the chat. Consistently and persistently do the will of the Most High. Consistent means constant. It doesn't change, right? No matter what it is. Whether you get one fish, whether you get 5,000 fish, continue and persistent. You're pursuing. You're seeking. You're pursuing. Consistently and persistently do it, no matter what. And sometimes you can get weary and well doing. And the Most High, like, what you got? What have I blessed you with? What that I have? What do you have in your hand? Right? I have this net in my hand. I have this boat. Right? I have the expertise of fishing, but it wasn't by might or by power. Thank you. It wasn't by might or by power. It's by his ruach and in his timing. So the hours and years of working this boat, working this net, knowing when they're biting, knowing when they know where to take the ships out, when, what hour of the day. You know what I mean? For those who do the fishing industry or whatever. It's like, man, I'm a professional. It's not working. And it's okay. He rendered his services, his ship to the Most High. He was obedient to the to the voice of the Most High. We have to be obedient to the still small voice of the Most High, Yah, right? And then he might say, do that thing again. Abba Yah. Some of y'all been doing stuff for a long time. Don't get weary. Don't faint. Don't stop. Consistently, persistently do that. Because he's going to tell you to do that thing again because it's been a promise made to you and it seems like it's not materializing. It seems like it's dead. It seems like it's dormant. And you being persistent and people around you might say, man, you know what? You're kicking against the pricks. Man, that must not be his will. No, it's not that it's not his will at that time. But if you stop doing it, if you quit doing it, then you'll never see the fruit. You'll never see the nets. And it's not only you going to get blessed, it's others going to get blessed too. So we're not competing against one another. We are not competing against one another. The kingdom of the Most High Yah, we working together. Yo, we going to lose some of these fish if that other boat full of people don't come over here and help me unload this. Both of the ships is about to sink because we at capacity. So guess who's going to be blessed by both of those ships? Everybody that helped out and the people who didn't even help out. So many people are going to be helped out. So many people are going to be blessed by your ministry. Be persistent, be consistent in this year. Be persistent and be consistent in this year. So many people. Don't be weary. Stand. Continue to stand. And sometimes we look around, we look to the left and the right, and we see a lot of debauchery, we see a lot of stuff, and it kind of wears on your spirit, consciously or subconsciously. You don't even know. It just wears on your spirit. You turn on the news and you see all this, that, and other. And so it's not just about, oh, I'm going to go expose this, I'm going to go expose that. You get tired of all that. So now, turn down your plate and pray for your people. Turn down your plate and pray for your people. Because I'm going to tell you like this. There's some people sitting in churches, they're Israel. Period, point blank. Whether they deny it, whether they say neither Jew nor Greek, whether they say they're Israel. And the enemy knows that they're Israel. And they're not going to say, well, since you don't know you're Israel, I'm not coming for you. No, I'm coming for all of y'all. Because the enemy know who you are. The enemy know whose you are. And once the restoration happens, it's one step closer to his kingdom being destroyed and the restoration of the millennial reign and the kingdom of Yahushua being resurrected. So it's like, if y'all clothed in y'all right mind, repenting, praying, fasting, that's a sign that my time is up. So I want you to be all in entertainment, all in this debauchery, just out of your mind, fighting each other, right? Dependent upon this world system, waiting for a certain Democrat, Republican, whoever. I'm not throwing shade at that if that's what you do. But whatever, we waiting for this say when Yahushua said, I've loved you with a perfect love. You're the apple of my eye. You're feeling some kind of way because you've been rejected by this world system, but I've loved you perfectly. You're the apple of my eye. So when you can be comfortable with the skin you in and comfortable with, I am accepted in the beloved, right? Before you was in your mother's womb, I knew thee. I knew thee. I know the hairs on your head and the hairs not on your head. I know when the hair fall off your head, right? I take care of the sparrows, right? I take care of the birds. I take care of the lower creatures. And you're made in my image and my likeness, and you are my representative. Why wouldn't I take care of you? Right? So sometimes you feel alone. Sometimes you feel rejected. Sometimes you feel all of these different things. Stand still, consistent and persistent. So he seen these fish. So many people was blessed because of this. So it says, Simon answered him, Master, I'm on verse 5 again. He toiled all night. We have toiled all night in our own strength and our expertise. I know what I'm doing, Yahusha, basically, and have taken nothing. Nevertheless, at thy word, I will let down a net. That's kind of obedient, right? He let down a net. Yahusha put, if you go back and read, it said nets, because I already know what's going to happen. I know it's going to be an overflow, because you rendered your service, your time, talent, treasure to me. What you toiled all night to do, when you with me, it can be done within an hour. What you toiled all night to do, all just hours and years and putting in all this work, you get one word from me and it's done. And within 1 hour. And folk looking like, how you get that? And you know, he said, man, the Most High blessed me. No, it's got to be more. What's the secret sauce? Man, how'd you do? Man, I rendered my services to the Most High Yah. Then he said, okay, that thing that you good at, go do it again. This time it's going to work. This time it's going to manifest. You might have wrote a book, right? And it didn't do well. And the Most High is telling you to write another book, to write another song, to write another play, to write do something. And you're basing it off of how it didn't materialize before, right? And we human. That could wear away at us like, you know, I don't know, man. You know, maybe that ain't, no. Do it again. I heard a brother say, he was a minister. He said, if you knew that your book was going to sell 1 million copies, soon as you released it, you would not hesitate. You would not procrastinate. You would spend every waking hour getting it done. But it's something in you, because of the disappointments and the failures and because of the shortcomings, that you like, you can hesitate on it, right? You don't believe it's going to materialize. But if you knew, let's just say, for instance, Abba put a book or poetry or whatever in your belly, and he said, finish that book. And I'm just using a book. I don't know why I'm saying book. It could be anything, because y'all gave us gifts and talents and treasures. He said, finish that book. And you say, okay, you knew the moment you published it and hit print that you was going to sell 1 million copies, online, digital, and in print. You would not stop working on it. Abba Yah, help our unbelief. Help our unbelief today. Help our unbelief. Help our unbelief. Verse 7, and they beckoned their partners that were in the other ship, that you should come up and help them. It's so much abundance, you're going to need help. And they came and filled both the ships, and they began to sink. That's how much fish it was. They not here, they seeing a whole other different side of the Yahusha, right? They seeing a whole different side of who Yahusha is, the resurrection. You know what I mean? And Yahusha was patient enough to wait till you fish. He didn't come out and say, hey, stop fishing for all night, and then come over here and let me use your boat. Hey, man, he cut into our fish. He cut into our, no, go ahead. Do you. Now render it. Well, we might as well let him use the boat, because we ain't catching nothing and it's just sitting there. Okay, go ahead and use it. But they seen a whole other side of Yahusha after this. Verse 8. Then Kepha, Simon Peter, saw it and fell down at Yahusha's knees, saying, depart from me, for I'm a sinful man. Abba Yah. Depart from me, I'm a sinful man. He's seen in he's seen, I mean, I'm not the expert that I thought I was. I'm nothing without you. I'm a sinful man. He didn't see that until he seen these fish, this abundance, right? Verse 9, for he was astonished, and all that were with him at the draught of the fish which they had taken. Everybody was astonished. Everybody jaw dropped. The whole team's jaw gonna drop, right? Delegate authority. Abba Yah, let us operate out of wisdom. We got people around us that has treasures that can help us. We got to delegate that. Because when we say, oh, this is mine, oh, it's going to take a long time. You're going to wear yourself out. You're going to burn yourself out. You're going to need to bounce those ideas off of somebody with like mind and like spirit, whether it's your kinfolk. You know, I think that's a lot of everybody say, oh, man, you can't hire a kinfolk. No sense who? These nepotism going on all the time. They always hiring their kinfolk. You can hire your kinfolk. Let them know. You got cousins, brothers, sisters, close friends. Y'all can work together. Y'all can do this. Y'all can do this. You got people around you that can help do this. You got to delegate. Delegate that. Delegate the authority and trust that they're going to do a good job. If they need training, if they need help, train them, help them, and then let them be. And they might surprise you. Okay, for they were all astonished. Verse 10. So was James and John, son of Zebedee, which were partners with Simon. And Yahushua said unto Simon, fear not, from hence thou shalt catch men. And when they had brought their ships to the land, they forsook all and followed him. So they like, man, their faith was through the roof after this. And he said, yo, that's the same way you're going to catch them in. That's the same way you're going to catch them in. People be going to seminary, people, Bible studies, they praying, they fasting, they talking to friends, they talking to relatives, they flying their relatives in jail or kite. You know what I mean? Keeping up with them. And it's just like, man, it's not materializing. It's not working. It is working. The seed is going to germinate and bring forth much fruit. It's a process. One man plant, one man water, Abba Yahuwah get an increase. You may have planted a seed and you haven't seen the fruit of it yet, right? You might not have seen the fruit of it yet. Then somebody will come along that's not familiar with you, say the same exact thing and water that. Man, they said that. I heard that from somewhere. Man, where I hear that from? Where I hear that from? Yeah, oh, I know I heard it from. Right? And sometimes it got to come from a stranger. Because look, even Yahushua, when he came, he's healing the sick, raising the dead, casting out devils. I'm going to get off in a second. Healing the sick, raising the dead, casting out devils. He did not do many mighty miracles in his own town. It's a fact. It's in the word. Was he powerless once he got to his own town? No. Was he did he lose his power when he got around his own people? No. But he was only Joseph's son in their mind. The carpenter boy. Oh, Joseph's son. Oh, he not a prophet. He not the Mashiach. They still waiting on the Mashiach. Mashiach living right in their town. Right? They can't even identify. Right? People sitting in the temple, some people don't even identify. Right? But John, the prophetess Anna, certain people, when they seen them, they knew it automatically. They was in tune with the Most High Yah and knew here is the Lamb that takes away the sins of the world. How do they know? They was rendered crazy, sent them off into the wilderness, eating honey and locusts, wearing camels. Man, they crazy, man. They out there, man, he crazy, a crazy man. But how did he recognize the Mashiach, but then everybody else that was religious didn't, right? Coming up against him, calling them names. Are you doing all of these mighty miracles out of Beelzebub, disrespecting the Ruach, right? But the Most High Yah is for us. Don't forget. Don't forget. Don't forget. He is for you, right? And we can't, because sometimes we get the Stockholm syndrome when we are anointed and appointed. And Stockholm syndrome means that you make you feel like you're an imposter in the area that the Most High Yah told you that you're in. That's why it's in you already from birth, right? It's all through your whole life. It's been traces of it because it's just in you. It's in you already, right? It might have been cultivated. It might not have been developed. You might not have came into repentance until years later or whatever, or started and you fell back and you this, that, and the other. But no matter what, it's just in you. It's just in you. You have tasted, seen that the Most High is great. That's the only problem when people be like, man, I'm done with all this. Yeah, I feel you. You tired, you sick, you weary, you got church hurt, or you got Hebrew hurt, or whatever in between. And yeah, but only one problem. You have tasted and you have seen and you have experienced the Most High Yah. So even when you say, man, I'm tired of this, it's time to pray. Because it ain't nowhere to go. Where you going to go? Well, I'm just going to go be normal. Be normal? What you mean? You see this wars and rumors of war, earth falling down apart? No. You need to dust yourself off and get in that prayer closet. You're not an imposter. This is not imposter syndrome. You are called for such a time as this. This day, this age, this hour. In the midst of the debauchery, in the midst of all of this stuff going on, you are called for such a time as this. And at the word of the Most High, we got to do what we got to do. Right? And we're going to see much fruit. But he said, I'm going to have to show these guys this in the natural first. I got to show these guys this in the natural with the fish thing. They professional, to recap. They've been out all night, 11, 12 hours, right? Yahusha preach hour, 2, maybe. And they rendered their service to the Yahusha, and they got more than what they did in their own might, power, and strength. It's his timing. Now, what if Kiefer didn't cast a net at all? If he wouldn't have cast a net at all, we wouldn't be hearing about this story. And all of the men wouldn't be able to marvel. And they would all went home hungry, right? And they would all just, but they like, man, this is amazing. And he said, you're gonna be fishers of men like that too. So we got to be patient with one another. We got to be patient with our family, our loved ones, our friends. It's a seed germinating. It's a seed germinating. It's going to bring forth much fruit in due season. It will, right? You don't know what phase you at. You planting the water. You might be watering a seed that was already planted, or you might be planting a seed. And sometimes he shows us the fruit of the labor, so we would be encouraged. But I believe that's natural and spirit. Natural and spirit. We can't stop telling people about the goodness of the Most High Yah, showing the love in the fallen world. We can't stop. I know some people waiting for Exodus and other people waiting for the rapture and we waiting for whatever we waiting for. Still, go forth in love, show the love of the Most High, and give the love of the Most High. Right? Because he said he's not suffering, long suffering. He's long suffering because he's not slack like some people count slackness. But he's long suffering and he's patient because he wants no man to perish. Right? That's his will. No man to perish. Nobody. Right? So we got to get out of ourselves in order to do his will, do his work. Right? We're built for this. Yeah, we got done wrong, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie to you. We continue to get done wrong. We continue to get left out. But they did the same thing to Mashiach. He said, "You suffer with me, you're gonna reign with me. You suffer. You ain't got to justify yourself. You ain't got to prove yourself. You walk in the beloved, and I'm gonna give the increase. I'm gonna get an increase in your life, physically and spiritually, and I believe naturally as well too. Right? So don't be weary in well doing. Don't be weary in well doing. Consistently, persistently do the things of the Most High. Consistently, persistently do the things of the Most High. And we gotta continue to pray. You know what I mean? And I see a lot of posts about the things with the color purple and I didn't even think about the messages and all of that stuff. Shout out to Sister Shonda and the people who put stuff out, and I didn't think about the different things, but I was just like, man, as long as we embrace lawlessness, get rid of the law, embrace lawlessness. I'm closing. Get rid of the law, embrace lawlessness. He didn't call it grace, but it's not a pass to do what thy will. You know what I mean? Because he got a plumb line, he got an order, he got a way that we doing stuff. He got a way that he's doing stuff, right? It's a way that he's doing stuff, right? So we gotta, because we won't be able to recognize. Like right now, we can't even recognize. We can't even recognize. We got churches that set up their churches for the jab, right? Like you set, because if somebody on the fence, like I don't know if I should take it, this, that, and the other, and your local body set it up, like yo, Bishop get up there, be like, come on, come on, you can come on in the house and get the jab, da 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 da, and they feeling all good, and it's like, man, you're not in tune to set your church up for that jab. That's why I'm telling bishops and preachers, and man, you cannot love the 501c3, the ego stroking of whatever. It cannot overrule the things of the Most High. Trust Him that He will take care of you, me, and us. We can't do it. We can't compromise it, because there's gonna come a time when it's gonna be that coexist type thing, and that's not gonna be it. Anyway, I'm going into another show, and I don't want to go into that. I'm gonna read some of this. Okay, let's see. Oh, why that ain't going on? I'm trying to see what's up before I get out of here. We should have learned from the Christian church hurt with to deal with the Hebrew hurt. The biggest problem is that most do not know Yahuwah. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You are absolutely right. You can go from church hurt to Hebrew hurt. People think, oh, it's bliss. You know, a lot of my friends and stuff. I said, no, you don't understand. This outcast, you ain't wearing ZZ right, and you just that and the other. You didn't say his name right. You're not using this, that, and the other. So it's like denominations within being Hebrew, right? So we got to say, um, we can't let that happen, right? We can't let that happen. We got to continue to mature people. We got to continue to show the love of the Most High Yah. Hallelujah. You know what I mean? And it's just what we got to do, man. It ain't no cakewalk. People think, oh, this is gonna be a cakewalk. No. Oh, let's see what this say right here. Then we're gonna get out. He said, "This is the message from the Lord to Zerubbabel. Your help will not come from your own strength and power, nor your help will come. No, your help will come from my spirit. This is what the Lord All Powerful said. Yeah, by His Spirit. You know what I mean? By His Spirit, and He give us expertise, and He give us different things that we like and we could do, and we've been doing for years. You know what I mean? But we have to we render it unto Him, man, and He will get an increase. So what we're taking 12 months, 12 hours, 12 years to do, He can do it in 12 minutes. Right? And it's not about quick, but it's like, well, man, if I'd have known that, I'd have submitted to the Most High, my time, talent, and treasure, and then let Him do it. You know, everybody getting blessed, right? Everybody got blessed with the word, and then He turned around and blessed them with the natural. But they still in the terra firma, and they all like, oh my goodness, these boats are sinking. They could have probably pulled the third boat out there and filled it up. Probably if they'd have launched both nets, they would have had to pull the third boat out. Man, the abundance. Man, turn down your plate. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, Abba Yahuwah. It's time for a corporate fast. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, what to say right here? I turn on Cares in the AM link, and when I can and I listen. Also the tail. 60 years later, I fall asleep. Yeah. Cares consistently comes on in the morning. I remember he first used to come on in the morning. It won't be nobody on there. Won't be nobody on there. But now it's rolling. Got a panel and everything. I'm gonna have some panels and stuff on here too. And Sister Rochelle, blessings to you. And I've been checking out Zara and Ishan, and Zara is so transparent, man. It's so transparent, man. It's such a blessing that blesses my marriage immensely. And Ishan as well. I love them. And they told me about their story about, going over to the continent and coming back and all that. But that's neither here nor there. Blessings to you all. Thank you guys for coming in. It was just burning me up. And I was just like, man, when he tell you to launch that net again, don't fret. Don't say, man, I did this already. Don't be weary and well doing. continue consistently and persistently show the will of the Most High, obey the Most High Yah. Blessings to you guys. Elephant Man Podcast Network, Grown Man Conversation dealing with elephants in the room. I am out.
Perfect.